Hello there, welcome to my kitchen. If you're a seafood lover, you love spicy or flavor, this one is for you. So for this particular recipe, we're using some crabs, some shrimps, and some snails. I like to pre-boil my snails. You can use yours fresh, it doesn't really matter. And for our fish, I'm using native croaker. I don't know what it is called in English. So you can use any fresh fish that you can find. We also have our periwinkle. There is the boiled periwinkle and there is the roasted. If you can find the roasted, that is even better because it has more flavor. We also have our palm oil. Endeavor to get good palm oil. Our pepper mix, I like to keep mine smooth. You can blend yours to be coarse. Crayfish, some seasoning cubes, and some local spices already blended. We also have a blended cocoyam. I blended mine with some oil and I added quite an amount of water because I wanted it to be running. So when you're preparing your ingredients, make sure you take time to clean your seafood very well, especially your snail and your crabs. And for this soup, we're going to be using the uziza leaf. This uziza leaf is called African black pepper leaf. If you're looking for it and you're not in Nigeria, that's what it is called. So this particular soup, if you're a fan of flavor, you're a fan of spicy, this one is for you. This is one of my favorite soups to eat and to cook. Now, guys, let's get into the more interesting part. In your washed pot, you introduce your clean fish. You can see me carefully introducing this because you do not want this scattering. This fish is always fragile and it cooks really fast. And the next thing we're going to add is our blended pepper mix. This pepper mix, like I said earlier, you can make yours coarse, you can make it smooth like mine. And I also added a lot of water when I was blending it, so you wouldn't need to introduce any more water to your pot. The next thing you'll be adding is your seasoning cubes. So I'm using two for this quantity of soup. If you're making more or making a smaller quantity, you can adjust it to your taste. I added some salt and then I'm going in with my shrimps, my snails, and my crabs. I like to introduce this one after the other because, like I said, our fish is fragile. You don't want to just put them in and start stirring. And when stirring this soup, you see how I'm stirring it from the sides and in between the fishes. You do not want to just turn everything and scatter the fish. Then cover this pot and let it to boil for a while. After cooking for just a few minutes, you can see that this fish is almost fully cooked, which is why this soup doesn't cook for too long. So at this point, we add our local spices and our palm oil. I like this soup to really glow, so I usually add a lot of oil. You can use less, it's your choice. And at this point, we add our blended cocoyam. Like I said earlier, I blended my cocoyam with some water and with some palm oil. This is totally optional. You can blend yours with just water, then you let that cook for some time. Remember, when you're adding your cocoyam, don't add too much. You don't want it to be too thick. After letting that boil, you go in with your crayfish and also stir. I remember when I said when stirring, you don't just turn, you stir carefully, lifting the fish and putting it down because we don't want our fish to scatter. I also like to go in with some extra shrimps. This step is totally optional. You can add all your shrimps in the beginning, or you can choose to do it like me and add some shrimps now. Our soup is ready, and the last thing we add, or almost the last thing, is our periwinkle because it's already cooked. And then we also add our oziza leaves, which is the last thing. Look at this beauty, guys. This is just so sumptuous. So you cover that pot and let that boil for just a while, and your fisherman soup is ready. This is what a pot of fisherman soup looks like when it is ready, guys. This is so beautiful. It screams luxury in a pot, guys. Just can't stop looking at this and complimenting it. So you can serve this with any swallow of your choice. You can use fufu, you can use eba, you can use semowi, just name it. This soup goes perfect with any swallow. You can even serve it with rice, or you can just eat it like that, savoring every bit of this flavorfulness. For me, I like to serve mine with fufu because I'm a correct Igbo woman. What is swallow without fufu? You guys, tell me in the comment section, what would you be serving yours with? And how do you like your fisherman soup? It's nice having you here. Stay tuned for the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.